Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we want to talk, we want to tell a story. It's a story of this lady that said, please, this is what she has done to herself. She's seriously regretting what happened. Now they live in Europe. She said her husband first got a job in the Europe and he was doing well. Later, he decided to, invite her. He got her papers, though they have two children, a boy and a girl. So, and immediately she got to the Europe, she started working. She was making money. Her husband also was making money. So, sometimes she comes back late. She says sometimes it's even intentional because she comes back late intentional because her husband almost, everything before she will come back, he will do the cookings, so many house chores like that, and he's happy doing it. He wasn't complaining. So she took it for granted. Most times she will come back late. She will time immediately when the man must have finished everything. So later on, the man said it will be better for them to get a maid. It happens that they were lucky to get a Nigerian person that, will take care of their children, house chores, and the rest of it, so that all of them can be working comfortably because they are really making the money. So they got this young lady from Nigeria, but she's also based in Europe. She's living in Europe. So, you know how it happens. This girl became so nice to the children, to the extent the children, you know, forgot about, you know, that she's not their mother. That is the maid. The maid was really taking care of them. So, before you know it, and she's well paid. Before you know it, this woman, she's biting more than she can chew, you know. So sometimes the husband will say, this my wife, she doesn't even care about anything, it's work, work, work. He decided for them to talk. Anytime he wants them to talk, she will say, money is important, this, that. So after everything, this man decided to relocate to Nigeria. So after he must have said this to the wife that let them relocate to Nigeria, she said never. She cannot relocate to Nigeria. She loves what she's doing in the Europe here. So the man said, well, I'll be taking the kids. So he took the kids back to Nigeria with the maid. The maid also agreed that she's going to relocate to Nigeria with them because she's well paid. So this happened. Before you know it, one thing led to another. The children were comfortable with her. This mother care, she is an expert in that. Before you know it, one thing led to the other. The husband of this particular woman that is still in Europe fell in love with this maid. Before you know it, he called the wife that he wants to marry. The wife was inquisitive. So who are you going to marry? Why even marry now? We already have children. Yeah, I forgot to mention that they have two children, a boy and a girl. Then later in the Europe, while they were in the Europe, she gave birth to another girl, making three children. She said, we have three children, so why do you want to get married again? He said, yeah, he needs to get married because he wants company. You are just there in the Europe, you don't care. So at least since you are there, I'm not saying I will divorce you, I'm not divorcing you, but you will still remain my first wife while I will marry another. She said never. Then she have to fly to Nigeria. This is the person that anytime she doesn't even want to come to Nigeria. So she flew to Nigeria. She came for them to discuss. The husband said, if it's on this issue, I've made up my mind to marry. She now said, then who is this person you want to marry? He now told her that is the maid. This woman, I mean, she was she was too disturbed. She did everything. She begged the husband, please, even though if you want to marry someone else, not this woman. He said, that's the woman I found peace with, and I fell in love with her, and I'm going, nothing will stop me from marrying this lady. Then she tried to cause trouble, now physical attack. The man said, if you know what is good for you, just go back to your Europe and your job that you so much valued. Before you know it, this woman, she went to his relatives. Everybody was telling her, why don't you relocate? She said, no, her job is important. Then the man said, and so he has made his point, and that is all. That was how this woman lost her husband when the man married to this maid. And the children weren't complaining, they were also happy. Have you seen this kind of thing? The children were also happy with the maid. Please, what do you say about this? What's your take? This marriage happened, and this woman still remained there in the Europe. What do you say? In my own thinking, I would say, is she all right? Look at. Then she came back telling me that this is the mistake, a very, very costly mistake she did to herself. She said she lost her husband. She even lost her family. Though I know that maybe the children might come back to me, according to her, maybe later on. But then, that her husband, for him to make that decision, that it was too late when she realized her mistake. So viewers, what do you see? What's your take? Send your comment to my comment section, and we will be glad to receive it. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi there.